The Forgotten Outpost. The Galactic Council chamber buzzed with dismissive laughter as Ambassador Thrix of the Vortanian Empire waved his tentacles in amusement. The holographic display showed a small blue planet in the outer rim of the galaxy, marked with the designation Earth. These humans request mining rights on Kepler 442 bits. Thrix announced to the assembled representatives of 17 advanced civilizations. They claim to have developed sustainable extraction methods. The audacity of these primitives. Counselor Zara from the crystalline luminous species flickered with disdain. Humans, they've barely mastered fusion power. Let them play with their toys on their homeworld. Kepler 442 bits contains resources vital to real civilizations. The vote was unanimous. Earth's request was denied without consideration. No one bothered to inform the humans that their application had even been reviewed. 3 years passed before anyone thought about Earth again. Commander Vec of the Dominion Security Forces received the assignment with irritation. Routine patrol of the Kepler system, checking for unauthorized activities. His sleek warship glided through the darkness, scanners sweeping empty space. "Commander," his tactical officer chirped, detecting artificial structures on Kepler 442 bits. Energy signatures, they appear to be human. Vec's scales shifted to a deeper purple, indicating surprise. Impossible. Humans have no authorization for this sector. Scan again. The confirmation came quickly. A small mining colony, perhaps 50 humans, had established operations on the planet's northern continent. Crude by galactic standards, but functional. Extraction equipment dotted the landscape, pulling rare minerals from deep beneath the surface. How did they even get here? Vec muttered. Their fastest ships would take decades to reach this system. His science officer pulled up data. "Sir, it appears they used some form of gravitational slingshot combined with extended hibernation. Ingenious, if primitive. They've been here for 18 months. Vec straightened in his command chair. "Prepare a landing party. We'll evacuate these trespassers immediately. Alert the Council that humans have violated galactic territory." The Dominion shuttle descended through Kepler 442 bits' thick atmosphere, landing near the main human structure. Vec led his security team toward the airlock, weapons ready. The humans had no military presence here, just miners and technicians. This would be simple. The airlock opened with a hiss. A single human stood waiting, wearing a worn environmental suit. The name patch read M. Chen, Operations Chief. "Gentlemen," Marcus Chen said calmly, "I've been expecting you. Though I hoped it would take longer for someone to notice us." Vec towered over the human, his 7-foot frame designed for intimidation. "You are in violation of Galactic Council Statute 15-7. This world is off-limits to your species. You will evacuate immediately." Chen's weathered face showed no fear. 20 years of asteroid mining had taught him to stay calm under pressure. "I'm afraid that's not possible, Commander. We've invested everything in this operation. Our families depend on the resources we extract here. Your personal concerns are irrelevant," Vec snapped. "You have 1 hour to begin evacuation procedures." Chen stepped aside, gesturing to the colony's main corridor. "Perhaps you'd like to see our operation first. You might find it educational." Vec's translator struggled with the human's tone. Was that amusement? Defiance? He motioned for his team to follow as Chen led them deeper into the facility. The tour revealed something unexpected. The human equipment, while basic in appearance, showed remarkable efficiency. Their extraction methods caused minimal environmental impact. Power systems ran on closed-loop fusion reactors that produced no waste. "We studied your laws extensively," Chen explained as they walked. Section 8, subsection 12 states that any species demonstrating sustainable resource extraction may petition for provisional mining rights. "We've exceeded every environmental standard." Vec's scales flickered with irritation. "You have no standing to quote council law. Your species was denied access to this world." "Actually," Chen replied, stopping at a heavy blast door, We were never formally notified of any decision. By council protocols, that makes your ruling incomplete. Before Vec could respond, alarms began blaring throughout the facility. Chen's expression hardened as he checked a wall display. "Commander, we have a problem. Seismic sensors show massive ground instability in Sector 7. If those tunnels collapse, the released gases could trigger a chain reaction. The entire continent could become uninhabitable." Vec connected to his ship's sensors. The readings confirmed Chen's assessment. Something had destabilized the planet's crust, perhaps their own landing. "Evacuate immediately," Vec ordered. "We'll observe from orbit." Chen shook his head. "Can't do that. Someone needs to manually stabilize the pressure valves. It's a one-way trip, but it'll save the ecosystem." He moved toward an equipment locker. "Unless you prefer to watch this world die." Vec watched in amazement as the human quickly donned heavy mining gear. No hesitation, no fear, just determination to fix a problem. "Your ships have gravity manipulation technology," Chen said, checking his equipment. "If you could create a localized field at these coordinates, I can use our mining lasers to fuse the unstable rock layers. It's dangerous, but it might work." The next hour challenged everything Vec thought he knew about humans. Chen coordinated the desperate operation with remarkable skill, directing both human and alien technology. He descended into the unstable tunnels without hesitation, jury-rigging solutions that shouldn't have worked but did. When the crisis passed, Vec found himself looking at the human with new respect. "You risked your life for a world your species doesn't even own." Chen removed his helmet, sweat dripping from his face. "Commander, ownership isn't about laws or councils. It's about responsibility. We've lived here for 18 months. This place is home now. You don't abandon your home." That night, Vec's report to the Galactic Council created unprecedented debate. The human mining operation had prevented an ecological disaster that even Dominion technology might not have stopped. Their sustainable methods exceeded anything previously seen from such a young species. More concerning were the follow-up scans. The humans hadn't just built a mining colony. They'd created a self-sufficient ecosystem, complete with hydroponics, water recycling, and even small-scale terraforming. In 18 months, they'd accomplished what most species took decades to achieve. "How many humans did you say were present?" Counselor Zora asked, her crystalline form pulsing with concern. 53, Vec replied. "Led by a single operations chief. No military presence. No advanced weapons. Just determination." The council chamber fell silent. If 50 humans could accomplish this much, what were the billions on Earth capable of? The answer came sooner than anyone expected. When Earth awakens. Marcus Chen's emergency transmission took 4 weeks to reach Earth, bouncing through a network of hidden relay satellites that humanity had quietly deployed across the galaxy. The message was simple: Kepler colony discovered. Evacuation demanded. Awaiting instructions. In the depths of Cheyenne Mountain, General Sarah Martinez read the report with grim satisfaction. Humanity had known this day would come. For 60 years, while the galaxy dismissed them as primitives, Earth had been preparing. "Activate Protocol 7, she ordered. "It's to show our neighbors what we're really capable of." Across Earth's solar system, hidden installations powered up. Ships emerged from asteroid bases, their hulls designed to look primitive, but hiding revolutionary technology. Humanity had learned well from observing galactic traffic. They'd improved upon what they saw. The joint fleet assembled at Jupiter consisted of only 12 vessels. To the Galactic Council, this seemed laughable. The Vortanian Empire alone commanded thousands of warships. But numbers had never been humanity's strength. Admiral James Park stood on the bridge of the ESS Defiance, watching his small fleet form up. Each ship was unique, designed for a specific purpose. Humans didn't build general-purpose vessels. They built solutions to problems. "Jump coordinates locked in," his navigation officer reported. "The new drive is, well, sir, It's either going to work perfectly or scatter our atoms across 12 light years. Park smiled. That's why we test it with volunteers, Lieutenant. All ships, prepare for jump. Let's show them that distance means nothing when you understand the universe differently. The human fleet disappeared in a flash of twisted spacetime, reappearing instantly at Kepler 442 bits. The gathered alien ships, including Vex destroyer, reacted with shock. No species had achieved instant point-to-point travel. The energy requirements alone should have been impossible. Galactic Council vessels, Park transmitted. This is Admiral Park of Earth's Defense Force. We're here to discuss our mining rights. I suggest we talk before misunderstandings escalate. On the Vortanian flagship, Ambassador Thrix struggled to comprehend what he was seeing. Scans showed the human ships were powered by miniature stars, their hulls composed of materials that shouldn't exist, their weapons. The weapons defy classification. How? Thrix demanded over the communication channel. Your species lacks the industrial base for such technology. Park's response was calm. With respect, Ambassador, you don't know our species. You've observed our radio emissions and assumed you understood us. We've been watching you for generations. We learned. We adapted. We improved. The standoff continued for hours. Neither side wanted to fire first, but positions were hardening. Then Chen's voice cut through the tension from the planet's surface. Admiral, Ambassador, I have a proposal. Rather than threats, how about a demonstration? Give us one of your most challenging problems, something the Council has struggled with. Let us show you how humans solve difficulties. Thrix conferred with the other Council species. Finally, he responded. The nexus field around Sigma Draconis has prevented all mining operations for 3 centuries. Gravitational anomalies destroy any ship that enters. If humans are so capable, solve that. Park nodded to his science officer. Transmit the probe data from Sigma Draconis. Let's see what we're dealing with. The next 6 hours changed galactic history. The human fleet worked as a unit, each ship contributing specialized capabilities. They didn't try to overpower the nexus field or shield against it. Instead, they mapped its patterns, found its rhythm, and created a harmonic resonance that temporarily calmed the chaotic gravity waves. A small human probe, no larger than a basketball, slipped through the calmed field and returned with core samples that had eluded the galaxy's best scientists for centuries. The Council representatives watched in stunned silence. The humans hadn't just solved an impossible problem. They'd done it with elegance, using a fraction of the resources any other species would have required. The probe design, Counselor Zara whispered, it's so simple. Why didn't we think of this? From the planet's surface, Chen answered. Because you've always relied on overwhelming force and advanced technology. Humans, we've survived by understanding problems, not overpowering them. We look for patterns, for weakness, for opportunity. It's how we've always lived. Over the following days, humanity's true nature revealed itself. Earth hadn't been idle while the galaxy ignored them. They'd developed technologies in directions no other species had considered. Biological computers that could adapt to any situation. Energy systems that borrowed from quantum uncertainty. Ships that grew and evolved like living organisms. But more importantly, they'd developed something the galaxy had lost. The ability to see problems from new angles. The negotiations that followed were unlike any in Council history. Humans didn't demand territory or resources. They offered partnership. Access to their unique problem-solving approaches in exchange for membership in the galactic community. You feared the wrong thing, Admiral Park told the assembled council. You worried about our weapons, our ships, our expansion. But our real strength, it's the way we think. Every human brings a different perspective. That's why one human can make a difference, and why Earth's fury, when focused, can change everything. In the end, Kepler 442 bits became a symbol. The mining colony remained, but as a joint operation, humans worked alongside other species, teaching their methods, learning from alien approaches. The colony grew into a center for innovation, where impossible problems came to be solved. Marcus Chen never returned to Earth. He found his purpose in bridging two worldviews, showing skeptical aliens that human stubbornness could be a virtue, that their seemingly primitive solutions often held elegant simplicity. Years later, when asked about the crisis that nearly sparked an interstellar war, Chen would smile and say, "They thought one human didn't matter. They forgot that every avalanche starts with a single snowflake. Earth's fury isn't about anger or violence. It's about the furious determination to survive, to adapt, to overcome." That's what the galaxy learned. One human can make a difference. And when humanity unites, well, that's when impossible becomes inevitable. The galaxy had discovered a truth about humanity. Not that they were warlike or aggressive, but that they possessed something far more powerful. The ability to see what others couldn't, to find solutions where none seemed to exist, and to face the impossible with a grin and the words, "Let's see what we can do." Earth took its place among the stars not through conquest, but through contribution. And the galaxy was better for it.